Hey everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play Eador Genesis New Horizons modded. In the last episode, we took the shard we have been fighting for. We had a pretty epic battle against an ogre guard around Lanashar's domain, and after we won, we were able to also defeat his ranger. That was quite an exciting battle. It occurred to me I should have played special music for that fight too, and I didn't. In any case, that was fun. I was very surprised I was able to win as effectively as I had, which is to say, Lythe won, and we didn't lose most of his army. Came very close, but we were able to claw our way back. Thank goodness we had the spells we had. Sleep, in particular, was very useful on that shard. Even in dealing with that ranger, I don't know if Gavian would have had such an easy time if that ranger had been active during that fight. And it's funny, because I had mentioned earlier how I don't generally like webbing or incapacitating the enemy heroes, because it would be more exciting to play. But when push came to shove, I threw that statement into the trash and immediately slept that ranger. I think he did 17 damage at least, and some of that would have been magical. So I was kind of worried about him. So I think we played well there. In any case, we won that shard, which has unlocked the highest tier magic crystal. So that would be, I think, 4 gems per turn, or 3 gems per turn, once constructed, and the ability to take hard level quests. We gained the Pegasi stable. The final tier 2 unit is now available to us. And we also unlocked the tier 3 plate mail armory, should we ever decide to build plate mail for our heroes. We also got a Raider's Jacket, which doesn't quite do what I thought it did. I thought that was what we were using at the end of the shard. It shows how little I pay attention, or how absent-minded I am. It's actually not the same thing. It's arguably a little better. 3 defense, 2 range defense, instead of what we were using, whatever that armor was. I think it was a Swindler's Jacket last time, which was 2 defense and 3 range defense. Generally, I prefer range defense on my light armor, because that's going probably to a scout or a wizard. But it also gives us looting +1, which is a lot more useful for our Astral Master Lotaeri, because he's good aligned. That adds 10% to the amount of gold and gems, and possibly a chance to get items from the actual battle. Doesn't affect what we get from the location. We also earned, I think, a plague shooter from that shard, if I recall correctly. And I think that was it, if I remember aright. Lotaeri is looking very good at this moment. As we turn 25, we are, I think, maybe 1/3 of the way done with the campaign, or just over it. We are earning 333 astral energy a turn. 24 shards conquered. We have not yet lost any shards. Helped in no small part due to my ability to cheat, quite literally, using the cheat engine, for I think it was 3 shards in the past, right? We cheated when we fought Dogor, and we cheated 2 more times. Maybe 3 more times, but I think the last time I just reverted back to before we had fought Ohm, when I began playing the game again. I feel it's important to mention that, because, well, quite frankly, we should probably have lost some of those shards, but I cheated because the AI was cheating with its hyper-level glitch, which in my opinion ruins a good amount of the fun of the game. However, we haven't seen it cheat again, which is very promising. I'm surprised if it is indeed fixed, because I thought I had seen the AI go into its 1 level per turn when other YouTubers were playing this version of the game. So as long as it doesn't do it, I'm very, very happy to play this game again. In any case, I'm going on another tangent. I feel like it's important that I mention that I did cheat, because we should probably have otherwise lost 2 of those, at least 2 of those shards. Probably 3 of them. I don't think we would have beaten Dogor, right? When he turned up, turn 20 at level 20? Come on, that's silly. I think that's silly. I think that's silly. But in any case, we also have 7,939 glory, thanks to all our previous victories. We have one key of truth, one ancient parts, and Dorgor's amulet has been destroyed. I could tell you a lot about Dorgor's amulet, now having watched a few YouTubers actually claim it. It's actually a really interesting item, but it wouldn't have helped us very much. In any case, I won't ruin it in case you guys are playing through this game. What else is there? I think that's about it so far. So, to start this episode, we're going to talk to all the Astral Masters, and I have made up my mind as to which shard we will be attacking. So let's begin by talking to the people. And we'll start with Eador. Glad to meet you, Lotaeri. What can I do for you? I have a question for you, Eador. I'd be happy to answer your questions. What would you like to know? What do you know about Dariel? Oh, Dariel is the elven ruler appointed to reign by Larnoil, the god creator of the elves himself. Although Dariel is arrogant, like all elves, he is also wise and fair. His greatest flaw, in my opinion, is believing that elves are a higher race, more worthy than other mortals. I see. Perhaps you have some other questions. No, that's good enough. Thank you, Eador. Beleth. Ah, it's you, Lotaeri. What a lucky meeting. What can I do for you? I have a question for you, Beleth. What would you like to know? Never mind. Goodbye. Alright, so we're done with all the conversation topics he can give us. He hates us. What a slimy, slimy snake he is. I love Beleth. I've talked about this before. What a great idea for a character. Absolute slime ball. I love him. I never want to invade him. I want him being around at the very end. Vianata respects us. That's good. Not quite friends, but at least she's not going to invade my shard. It's nice of you to come by, Lotaeri. What can I do for you? I have a question for you, Vianata. So, what would you like to ask me? What do you know about Ah, that strange spirit. It emerged from somewhere deep in the astral, and now no one knows what to expect of him. He is neither good nor evil. I don't even think those notions mean anything to him. He has great trouble making himself understandable, so I doubt that he cares about the fates of mortals. I have tried talking to several times, but I've never heard him say anything other than a few random words. I see. Thank you. Is there any other way I can help you, Lotaeri? No, thank you. That's all I wanted to know. Message. Answer. We'll talk later. See ya. Lanashar. Did you call for me? I have some questions for you, Lanashar. What would you like to know about? Never mind. Goodbye. We can't talk to him about anything. Stenria. Ah, it's you, Lotaeri. What have you come for? I have a few questions. So what would you like to know? What do you know about A very interesting being. His very existence violates virtually all the laws of the universe. I made a few attempts to read his fate, but failed. It's as foggy as himself. I'm under the impression that he does not have a fate. It's as if he were beyond it, on his own. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would never have believed it to be possible. A being without fate, the true master of his own way. Then must be much more powerful than these other masters. More powerful? I wouldn't say so. He's got more choices. He's unpredictable. But I'm not sure he'll be able to take advantage of his freedom. I think our world for him is as foggy as is to us. He's beyond the world, beyond fate. And it seems that he hasn't yet decided what he wants, and whether or not he wants anything at all. Then why is he creating a world? Try and ask him yourself. I think he'll give you a complete, comprehensive answer. But he's unable to string two words together. He can't explain anything because he's nothing like us. He's driven by other yearnings and motivations that cannot be explained by the words, images, or thoughts of our world. So don't ask me to give you an answer. There isn't one. I see. So, have I satisfied your curiosity? One more question for you, Stenria. What would you like to know? What do you know about Lanashar? The boy was too greedy. He sucked up power until he became completely consumed by it. Now he is Death's faithful servant. He does what he's told, and he does it well. I can't say I'm sorry for him. On one hand, he lost his freedom. On the other hand, he's gained what he thinks is the only true goal of existence, and that's something only few can boast of. The worm of doubt eats away at almost every soul. But Lanashar walks towards his goal without a second thought, although his goal is dubious at best. I see. Have I satisfied your curiosity? Yes, most likely. And we'll say hello to Darrenal. Hey, Darrenal, what's up? Greetings, Lotaeri. What has brought you here? A few questions. What would you like to know? What do you know about Ohm? It's a very strange spirit. As a druid, I had to deal with many spirits, natural and elemental alike. Ohm is unlike any spiritual being I am familiar with. I don't know what to expect of him, so I tend to be apprehensive around him. I see. Any other questions? One more thing for you, Darrenal. Sure. Ask. What can you tell me about Oinor? Oinor can be trusted, but his humility is playing into the hands of our common enemy. We need to fight chaos with fire and sword instead of trying to shield ourselves from it by creating worlds as Oinor does. I'm not lowering the value of creation, just like everyone else. I'm creating a world, but we need to attack if we are to defeat chaos. However, I am almost certain that Oinor will fight on our side when the last days come. The only thing I fear is that he might not be prepared for battle. I see. Any other questions? No, that's all I want to ask. Interesting. Dario has seen the enemy defeat his god, and he probably wants revenge. I do think Oinor is probably correct that we will be unable to defeat chaos if we were to attack it. It would be like, I don't quite know. Can a sandcastle or several sandcastles defeat the ocean? No. You can only hope you can weather it. If what Oinor says about chaos is true. Well, speaking of chaos, let's summon Zar. How can I help you, boss? Zar, what do you know about Doriel? Doriel, like all elves, is an egotistic prude, full of stupid pathos and unnecessary heroism. The whining elf is unable to forget the death of his beloved creator god. I bet he has composed hundreds or even thousands of musical laments to honor the deity who perished before his time. Fortunately, elves don't like singing to strangers, so we are spared the dubious pleasure of listening to such tragic and romantic nonsense. You don't like elves, I see, but perhaps you can get to the point? To the point? If Dario is the point, I refuse to get any closer to it. He is creating a world that is good for the elves, but bad for everyone else. He dreams of the last battle and imagines himself to be the great fighter against chaos. But I'm sure you know all of this is nonsense yourself. The last battle? What's that? Ah, the last battle. Just another stupidity that the elves came up with to have something to write sad heroic songs about. Some elven oracle predicted that the last times are coming, when the last battle will take place. Hordes of demons will invade Eador, and everyone who can will rise to defend the world against them. They say the outcome of this battle will change the world. If Chaos wins, Eador will be no longer. If Chaos loses, peace and prosperity will reign everywhere. When is this battle supposed to begin? Pfft. Boss, you don't understand. It was predicted by an elven oracle. Oracles are master of equivocation, and elven oracles are the worst of them all. They have strange ways of specifying dates, For instance, when the cross of the damned lights up in the sky, and the earth bleeds like a wounded beast, when rivers are filled with bitterness, and the last hope vanishes. Keep in mind that all of this can be interpreted at will. Any constellation can be thought to be the cross of the damned. As for the blood of the earth, that could be an erupting volcano or a mud flow after long rains, and so on. And you mean there's no ways of knowing at least an approximate date? What makes you think that this last battle will happen at all? I think it's happening right now. There are more than enough demons around. However, there aren't too many people volunteering to fight them. And if some last day does come, it is highly unlikely the number of volunteers will grow dramatically. Everyone will lie low in their burrows, hoping that the battle will pass them by, as usual. If it does happen, Tsar, I will not sit out this last battle. You'd risk your life to protect Eador, boss. Oh well. Perhaps I'll even make a legend about you later, if anyone remembers that you ever existed. What are you suggesting? That I just sit here and do nothing? I suggest you stop listening to elven fairy tales. They exist so that any simpleton can imagine himself to be a great hero, with a blazing sword and a stern look, naturally protecting the world from the universal evil. If you find all this amusing, you can keep on fantasizing. Just don't take these stories too seriously. I know from a gameplay perspective that at a certain turn, the demons invade and try to wipe out everyone. And I've heard, but I do not know, and I haven't tried to follow up on it because I myself would like to be a little surprised, that if you reach that it's game over. So there is a last battle, but I think you lose automatically if it occurs. Perhaps you're right, Tsar. Anything else, boss? Yes, Tsar, one more question for you. How can I help you? Tsar, what's your dearest wish? Why? Are you the golden fish? Why, do I look like one? Honestly, not really. That's why I was surprised by the question. Why? Are only golden fish allowed to ask others about their wishes? Well, there's a certain legend of a golden fish that stole fishermen's wishes and sunk them. The wishes, I mean, in the depths of the ocean. The fishermen, deprived of all wishes and yearnings, became willless zombies, slaves to the Sea King. Don't worry, Tsar. I have no intention of stealing your wishes. Had it not been from your memory loss, boss, I would have thought that you were kidding with me. Well, fine, I'll answer. My dearest wish is to create a special machine. Not an ordinary machine, but a machine. The kind that can do absolutely anything. I call it God from the Machine. Oh, Deus Ex Machinima. Right, is that how you say that last word? I think I'm getting that last word wrong, but I've heard of this before. I have long been planning, designing, and finally, I drew up the schematics and began the machine's construction. I only lacked one tiny detail to complete my machine. That's the problem. What's that tiny detail? The god itself. A deity isn't necessarily required. Even a higher spirit who would agree to fulfill the role would do. But no one agreed, as you can see. That's when I got the idea of playing poker with some of the higher beings. For a wish. I'm still cursing the day that crazy idea came into my head. I take it you lost? Why do you think I'm hanging around here instead of resting on my laurels? And what wish did that deity or higher spirit make? He wished that I would serve him. Eternally. Wait, so it was me you were playing with? Yeah, we learned about this earlier, I thought. You're incredibly smart, boss. With you it was. Well, it's a good thing I won. Otherwise, I would have been stuck in that machine of yours until the last days of Eador. Anything else, boss? No, you're free for now. Maybe that's what the machine parts are. We assembled this ancient machine? Oh, I said machine parts. This is ancient parts. But maybe this is used for that. And maybe we can go into the machine. For Czar. And then Czar uses Deus Ex Machinima to save the world? That'd be kind of funny if it works out that way. Alright, let me cut this part off because I liked how this came out so far. And when I'm back, we'll be ready to assault the shard. Alright, guys. I just got done eating dinner. I have some tea on the oven, so I need to listen for when it goes off. And we're ready to attack a shard. And I've been looking at these shards, and I think we will go after Markan as the next shard. 38 energy income per turn, that's decent. We gain access to the Siege Works, a tier 3 building which produces a neutral unit. It doesn't care about the alignment of the armies it's in. And it's ranged, tier 3, which is nice. Plus, the catapults have a lot of siege, I think, associated with them too. They're basically, I think, a greater range ballista. So we definitely want this. We gain access to the tier 3 nature school and the tier 3 life school, or school of light. And the treasury. I'm curious as to how the treasury works. If we do manage to be successful at Markan, we'll try to build this in the future, because I'm curious how the game increases our storage capacity. We'll also gain a guard's halberd as a weapon for the future. Not the most useful thing, arguably, but better than what we have damage-wise for our warriors, if it comes right down to it. It'll be, I think, a two-handed weapon. It might be a melee weapon as opposed to a heavy weapon also, which means anyone can wield it if it comes down to it. I want to say it's like 3 attack, 6 counterattack, vigilance is on it, and first strike. We'll see if we actually manage to claim it. Let's go ahead and attack. This is a large forested shard as well. So I was thinking that we would start with a commander this time. Forests make starting with a scout awkward, because his damage will be reduced for against any unit that is in the forests. A wizard could be possible if the forests that are around us will have any gems to begin with, but we can't be guaranteed of that. But the commander could put a few gems to good use, casting some low-level spells to help his army. But it will also be tricky because forests generally don't have that much income associated with them as well. But we'll take the risks that we're not surrounded by forests, and that we'll have some halflings that near us or something of that sort to start. But to help us out, we'll go ahead and grab some more gold income. 10 more gold income. We'll also take all of the gems income that we can, so 3 more around. This, I feel, is really important for all our starting heroes, and you will see me take our 3 gem income every shard that we go to from now on. It's just too useful not to have extra income at the start of the shard. You're struggling to save gems, and you have to make choices. Do you build a building, or do you cast spells in a combat? Do you have enough saved up for that second hero if you have the gold? It's really tough. So this to make those choices. So 3 gem income will, I think, really help us out. We skip all the units. We don't care about them. Although, I think we will actually cash in these 2. The Renegade and this Halfling. We're not going to need them. I'll never take them with me to any shard. So let's just sell these for 67 Astral Energy. And as long as I'm doing that, we will start with the units that I think it goes right to left in terms of power. So we'll start currently, when we defend like our own shard, with a Scholar, 3 Elves, a Dwarf, and a Fairy. These 2, I don't think will ever be chosen. I think that's the way that works. So in the future, I may sell our Fairy and an Elf and keep our Plague Shooter. Alright, well anyway, I'm babbling. Let's go ahead and take a Flag of Defense as well. I've already lowered the Astral Energy cost to this. It's normally 504, I think, Astral Energy. 346 is quite expensive, but we just earned about 76 Astral Energy for selling those 2 units off. which means that we're slightly dipping into our energy reserve because we're making 333 per turn. 74 is being taken out of here, but I think it's worth it. The flag of defense is very nice. +3 counterattack, so if he does get attacked, he hits them, wallops them back. And +1 defense for everyone, and +1 range defense for everyone will be really handy, especially against the starting renegades and bandits. So, or brigands. Let's get going. Hopefully, I'm making the right choice by who we're taking here. It is a large shard, so we're going to be fighting 4 or 5 Astral Masters, and we're investing heavily into taking this shard. It's an interesting start as well. I was not expecting this. Okay, so we see, I think, elves to our west and lizardmen to our northwest. Oh, my tea is done. One second, everyone. What I'll do is I'll let you look at the locations, and I'll be right back to get my tea. Anyway, I need to reset the flag of defense's stats, so I'll be right back. I'm going to cut the recording to restore the flag to its former costs. 1 second. Alright guys, I'm back. Got my tea, and while I'm taking care of the tea bag here, let's go ahead and take a look around and see what we're working with. So, first, we have 4 Astral Masters, and they are all playing at the Master difficulty level, which means they're playing on Skilled, isn't it? That's the Skilled difficulty setting, if I recall correctly. So they're all playing the game a little on an easier difficulty setting than us, if I recall correctly. It's Master and then Overlord, if I recall right. So that's a bit awkward. We're already on the back foot when it comes to dealing with provinces and locations against all the Astral Masters. $32 and 7 gold to start. 7 gems to start. 32 gold and 7 gems to start. Here we go. Let's make sure we say the right thing. And that's not a whole lot to start, but that castle income is going to, I think, really make the difference here. We have forests everywhere, with the exception of our northwest, which is swamps. Interesting. We have lizardmen lands up here. Oh, I thought this was elves based on that little structure, but it's brigands. Brigands, a free settlement, brigands, and brigands. It would be really nice if the crystal gives us brigands. It would go a long way to helping our income out. How much money can we potentially make a turn? So we are earning 32 at the moment. 37. 46. 53. 59. 63. 66. Okay, that's enough that we can definitely run a commander. We're going to want mobility up with him if I intend to get anywhere on this shard. At least at the starting, the way we're starting is a bit awkward. Lots of force are going to slow us down from getting from place to place. Okay, I'm doing some babbling. And in any case, we have 63 gold income. We have 7 gems so far, so that's 9. 9. 13 if we count the lizardmen lands, which I'm not sure if we'll be able to take them out or not. Okay, what's our starting locations? More brigands, good. Adventurers, more brigands. Demons, clerics, lizardmen, rebels. There might be a brigand there. And gnolls. Alright, there's quite a few low-level places for us to take on here as well. More than enough stuff that we can get our commander to level 4 probably pretty easily. 8 locations, 5, 2, 7, 12, 7. There's a good amount of locations in the surrounding provinces as well. We don't see any starting shops in any of these. Remember that we would only see, I think, the very top location in these provinces. Alright, so what are we doing? So, I think for our units... Well, I guess the first thing we should do is hire a commander. Right, no matter what, we'll want a commander, and we do have the Lizardmen lands right next to us, so we can pop over there and see about getting their quest. I have no intention of completing their quest, but it gives me an excuse to get it. If we do find lots of slugs, we can make an attempt at it. Even though there's no slugs here. Nor is there anything that would have... Lizardmen, I think, might have slugs with them. But otherwise, we have no slugs available in any of these starting provinces. And in any case, I generally don't like exploring with my hero right away on the first turn. I prefer him going into a shop to get a quest, or go to Lizardmen lands, or an ally to get a quest. Because if we explore and we end up getting an ambush, we'll die against that starting ambush. It'll be too tough for us. So we don't want to do that if we can help it. I don't want to revert to undo the ambush right away. I mean, we will if that happens to us, but I'd rather not do so. So, I think we hire the commander, and we send him over here to the King's Ford, and visit the Lizardmen and get their starting quest. It does give us an excuse to see how strong the Lizardmen are here, too. If it's like 5 enemies with a Bog Warrior, that's too strong for us. If it's 4 with a Bog Warrior, we can probably win that battle, but not right away. We'll probably want 2 or 3 levels on our starting commander. And to that end, let's start by hiring him. Velenar is his name. That's a nice name. Oh, but he has a useless skill to start. Or rather, one I don't like seeing. Range Tactics 1. We have forests everywhere, so range combat is not something I really was intending to do with him. It also means that our starting slingers, oh man, well, at least they'll do 5 range damage, but this is super awkward. Alright, we'll give him the Flag of Defense to help out the defense of, obviously, his army. And we're going to go for the Swordsman School to start. Swordsman School could also be useful. I think the ranged attack would benefit from the Spearmen. And the extra defense would help them out as well. But we're going to go for the Swordsman. So, because we'll also start with a weapon for Velenar, and we'll also get some chainmail armor for him too. So let's start with this. It'll take us around to build the Swordsman's School. So in the meantime, Velenar can come up here and get that quest. Your army is so weak, Velenar. Alright, that's it. That's all we can do. First turn. Let's end our turn. The hero Velenar has entered the province of King's Ford. The totems encountered on your way clearly indicate these lands belong to a tribe of lizardmen, and the skulls impaled on spears reveal that they don't like guests. 4 enemies only. Lizardman, Beater, and a Bog Warrior. Probably 1 Bog Warrior, 2 Lizardmen, 1 Beater. We still can't win this battle with his army, but we can negotiate. The leader of the Lizardmen Warriors speaks. Get lost. Can we talk? What do you want to say to me, stranger? Offer you an alliance. Alliance? We don't form alliances with those who are useless to us. And how can I prove that I'm useful? Too many slugs are breeding in the surrounding lands. If you kill 6 creatures, we will agree to the alliance. Deal. Okay. Let's now build the Swordsman School. And let's immediately take some swordsmen instead of this militiaman. These 2 swordsmen are going to have to lift a lot of weight. And we're totally not going to keep our slingers. They're going to be dying rather quickly, I think. But I mean, we started with them for free. We get +1 range attack. We might as well go ahead and take advantage of that. And now we're going to attack. So, which place gets attacked? I think we start with a free settlement. Because there's no brigands there. So I think we start here. It's a little less developed, which means, and I see a little less gold income. I don't think it actually matters, but I'm going to guess that maybe there'll be a weaker defensive force there. So let's go there to start Valinar. How much money making per turn? Only 4 per turn now that we hired those 2 guards. Oh, oof. That's rough. You know, we could hire a 3rd. By the way. We'll start with this. Let's do it. The hero Valinar has entered the province of Grey Oakwood. A band of local militia is advancing in his direction. 4 enemies, militiaman, slinger, and a spearman. Let's attack. Did I forget to buy armor with you and a weapon? I think I totally forgot to buy those. So he's not fighting then. If I forgot to buy him weapons and armor, yeah, I did forget. Okay, that's really awkward, Tim. That's really freaking dumb. You should be paying attention. Okay, that slinger is totally gunning for my commander. We can at least soften him up, though, to stop that. We could charge the slinger. Let's do that. Perfect. They attacked all different enemies. That was dumb. I should have slinged the militiaman. Oh, actually, it doesn't. Looks like it doesn't matter in the end anyway. We can give you a stamina, a hit point. 2 locations here only. Both rebels. Okay, that's promising. That's brigands. I'm hoping we get brigands as our target. I'm hoping we get brigands for a target. Let's build a tavern. And unfortunately, I need to come back because I forgot to buy weapons and armor for our hero. Otherwise, I would attack another province. So we gotta go back. That sucks. What a big mistake. Alright, Valinar. So let's repair your flag and buy you some equipment. And they can attack the other free settlement. At home, we can build the altar. Okay, and end the turn. Ooh, the hero of Valinar has entered the province of Mushroom Eaters. That's an interesting name. A band of local militia is advancing in his direction. 6 enemies. Militiamen, slingers, spearmen. Valinar's a little nervous, and I am as well. But we're here to attack. Let's do it. At least Valinar can contribute in this battle a little bit more. Let's fight like this. Oh, 2 spearmen. Okay. Tough. This got very tough. Only 1 slinger, though, is nice. Only 1 slinger is nice, but this is going to be surprisingly difficult. Or it won't be. If he's going to charge up there and do no damage to me, I'm quite content with that. Let's see. He's probably going to throw. his spear at one of these two swordsmen. Do I attack him with a swordsman? I think we do. If I move you here, you'll have range to that militiaman. And you do as well. Can we kill him? Nice! They're spreading the damage out amongst everything, which is very nice. I think... And you threw your spear? I think we move Valinar down and we kill this guy? I have to get kind of lucky to kill him. Let's... Oh. Kill him with a range attack. That's awkward. Let's go, boys. Oh, we're getting really stupidly tired. Those sling stones really are annoying. Woo! 23 bucks, not bad. +1 health. I'm gonna want, like, both of these, logistics and defensive tactics. Let's start with defensive tactics to continuously increase the defense of my army. We've learned, or I hope we've learned. Actually, I think I've tried to explain that the more defense you have, the better it is. So let's grab this for +1 range defense to my army. Our swordsman here can get a hit point. Nice. Stamina metal, we'll give that to you. Oh, we could give you another range defense, but I think I'll give you an attack instead. Holy crap, there's iron nearby. Empty hills, though. Harpies will be there. Probably 3 or 4 of them. Well, Valinar, you didn't gain a command slot either, so there's no reason for us to bring you back home. Alright, let's build the Crystal of Power. It'll reduce the cost to hiring the next heroes that we want by 10%. And it yields 1 gem per turn. And we can cast the Magic Crystal spell. It's expensive. I mean, it's not really, but this early in the game it is expensive. But I think we cast it, and please, please give us Brigands. Please, Magic Crystal. In a flash of bright light in front of him, the hero Valinar sees a magic crystal through which astral energy flows into this world. According to the ancient law of Eador, mortal heroes can receive special quests here. You could swear that the crystal is smirking slyly. It's about to tell you to kill swordsmen or elves. Choose a quest of low difficulty. Yes! It's Brigands! The voice is heard from somebody beside the crystal. New quest. Eliminate your Brigands, Tim. Kill 9 of them. Return after the quest is fulfilled. I'll be back soon. Oh, that is perfect, because we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 just from these provinces. And we can hire a second hero immediately, if we so desire. Okay, well, let's keep going. So, this, of course, assumes I'm successful at doing what I'm attempting, which is to say, take these provinces. You're gonna need some cash for that hero as well. I plan to take cash, Tim, as a reward for this crystal quest. Why don't we build a granary? Oh, we can't. We already built a building. Oh, did we build a building this turn? We must have. Did I? What did I build? Was it the crystal? That was last turn, I thought. No, that was this turn. Was it this turn? I don't remember. I just happened. I don't remember what I built. It was 1 turn, 2 turns. 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't know what I did. I have no clue. All right, let's go over here and fight the brigands in this forest. The hero Valinar has entered the province of Satyr Wilderness. Suddenly, your party's way is blocked by a gang of brigands operating in this area. 4 of them. Brigands, thieves, and renegades. There's probably 1 renegade, 2 brigands, and a thief. Let's attack. He's going to have a range of 6 on that hill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we don't want my slingers to take those hits. Okay, we stay put. We don't move anyone up. Actually, can we move our slinger up? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of our slingers could move onto this hill. Actually, our leader can move onto this hill. So let's do that. To block for our slingers. And that will be good. Our swordsmen now move down. And we can weaken the thief quite a bit. You two can probably kill this one. We can shift the army. I was hoping we'd kill that guy. Okay, commander gets back into the woods to be a little safer. He's coming for you. Let's just move down here, out of range. Good job, guys. +1 command. Very nice. I'm thinking we want discipline 1 or leadership 1. Oh, you know, I didn't even check what passive he got. I should do that now. Let's grab discipline 1 for more hit points and 1 resistance. You can get hit point. You can get an ammo. You can get a range defense. A mountain as well here. Okay. So we've got some natural walls, or a natural wall that will help delay the enemy from reaching me. That's good. And, oh, I didn't even check what's in these locations that I absolutely should do. Giants, black unicorns, monster catchers, cult of the Hydra, and centaurs. Ugh. This is an ugly spot to do battles in. This is all difficult. The centaurs are the easiest thing here, and you've seen what centaurs do. They'll be... if I fight the centaurs, I'm marching in here with an army of swordsmen and nothing else. What's in this location? Gang of robbers. We'll want to take that out. This way we don't have to worry about them. Like, because they'll do raids, what have you, on our province occasionally from this location. A secret place where bandits are hiding. Perhaps there's something of value. Calhorcourt, druids. Druids are like fairies and dryads. Pack-a-Ratmen, adventurers, brigands, hell cohort, monster catchers. 2 hell cohorts. We're not strong enough to kill most of this. The brigands we can kill. The adventurers will probably lose a unit trying to kill them, but we can kill them. Pack-a-Ratmen might be easy. It depends upon what the army consists of. Alright, Valinar, we're going to bring you back home and then send you out for these brigand outlaws. Let's also prepare for his homecoming by building the library. As we can now give him at least tier 0 spells as he's passing through. Where's the tree event? Come on, game. Where's it? Where's that tree event? We haven't gotten it yet. Oh my god, it's expensive to repair his flag of defense. Oh my god. Well, we want it repaired. And now I'm thinking I never want to use him to attack again. That's surprisingly expensive. Wow. I thought it had more durability than it has. Why does a Flag of Defense have 10 durability, but the Marshal's Baton has flippin' 40? What the heck? That seems messed up to me. Alright, well, it's expensive, and we gotta be really careful if we use Valinor to do any type of attacking. I don't think we have him attack ever again. Let's go ahead and, well, not with his melee at least. Let's give him some magic sparks. And a fatigue. Actually, it should be 2 fatigues and a magic spark, so let's do that. Yep, you move over there. Well, that was more expensive than I thought it was going to be to repair that. Let's build a granary. To improve the domain's population growth. Hero Valinor has entered the province of Western Star Forest. That's on the eastern side. Suddenly your party's way is blocked by a gang of brigands operating this area. 4. This will be the same group we just fought. Let's do it again. Oh. But this is a bit awkward. There's not a lot of forests here. Oh, because we're attacking from the plains, Tim. There wouldn't be a lot of forests here. Alright, let's do it. Move you up. Move you into the woods. You move up and shoot. I would love to hit that renegade, but that's not gonna happen. Let's shift down. Can we kill this guy with ranged attacks? I think we can. Now, he's probably going to move here, probably throw a dagger at this guy. Oh, I forgot I have spells. We should have been casting those. Good work, guys. Some morale to start. Oh, oh, oh! That's interesting. Ratmen to the northeast with wood, redwood, in their province. Elves to the southeast, though. No resources, but it might be fun to get the elves as allies. My units are healed somewhat. You have a healing skill, don't you, Valinor? Doctor. Units in the hero's party heal 10% faster. That's really nice for a commander. I like that. That's very nice. Alright, we'll move up here and fight more brigands. Tempting to build one of the better spell schools, but because we're not going to be home for a little bit, I guess we'll pass on that. If we kill the 3 more brigands here, we will also have completed the Crystals quest. So we're going to hold on to our money and see if we have enough to hire another hero. Though I don't know what type of hero that should be. Maybe a mage, since we're earning quite a few gems per turn? That could work. Well, let's go ahead and do this province fight. The hero Valinor has entered the province of Sleeping Forest. Suddenly your party's way is blocked by a gang of brigands operating this area. 5 enemies. Let's attack. I just realized, didn't you pick up a point of command? And I didn't fill it. I think? Yeah, I didn't fill that point of command. We're just running around with the army we started with. On one hand, that's pretty cool that we can do it. On the other hand, I should have picked up a unit. It's kind of a mistake on my part. Alright, we're good to go. Let's get started. Down. Down. Now let's start by trying to take away the stamina from the renegade. He's not very dangerous. He won't really do much damage to my swordsman, but he will move up and begin shooting my slingers. We don't want that. He's doing it right now, in fact. Okay, and now we don't have to worry about him for the rest of the battle. I don't know where he's probably going to attack this swordsman. Okay. I'm going to pull the swordsman back to stop us from getting backstabbed. It's not a good amount of damage, but we'll do some to him. I don't really want to move him up one, but I feel like we have to. If he moves up and attacks this swordsman, I'm pretty sure he can attack him from behind there. Let me read backstab really quick. With backstab, a unit deals 2 additional damage. An attack is considered a backstab when an ally stands in the opposite tile. Oh, no. Okay, it won't be. So we're fine. Well, he needs to move 1, 2 and attack my commander. I don't want that to happen. Let's move you away. Move you back up now. Good job, guys. We have won. Ow! Nice. Well done, Valinar. In a flash of bright light in front of him, the hero Valinar sees a magic crystal through which astral energy flows. From somewhere deep inside comes a passionate, dull voice. The quest is fulfilled. Choose your reward. Let's choose gold. Oh, it's not a lot of gold, comparatively. The crystal, I've had 400 plus is good. Less than 400 is not so good. The crystal flashes for an instant with an unbearably bright light and disappears. After the light goes out, a coffer filled with 394 gold stands in the crystal's place. This crystal's just a cheapskate. +1 magic. We're going to want that mobility, so let's grab maneuvering 1. We can give you an ammo. Okay, we're bringing you back home. Oh, halflings with horses. Iron, horses, redwood. We have most of the low-level resources all around us, and we see where Arcanite is as well. Let's bring Valinar. Oh, he's so close to leveling. It would make sense if we tried to do another battle. I don't know if we can win another battle. Let's fight the goblins. We'll also... Oh, we can't even cast a magic crystal spell. We should go home and get the quest then. It'll probably be to kill more brigands. Or we could hire a hero. Oh, I don't know what to do. Another hero will severely cut into my reserves at this moment. But I feel like it's only turn 8. I feel like another hero right now would be amazing. Alright, let's also take a look at what's available here. Gang of robbers, adventurers, dark elves, acreal, inquisitors, undead. Lots of low-level stuff here. We have some slugs, if we actually do possibly want to help the lizardmen. But killing 3 slugs will be difficult unless I take undead in my army. We can kill wolves, we can kill orcs. You know, I think we hire another hero, and I think it's a wizard. I think we hire another hero, and I think it's a wizard. With 10 gems per turn, that's a good amount to start with. Valinar fights something easy. That would be the goblins. Start with the wizard. And he goes in and gets the crystal quest to kill brigands. Let's do it. Probably a giant mistake. I should probably back up my save file. But let's do it. Wizard it will be. Alarin, welcome, sir. You're a summoner, I suspect, because you're starting with a giant rat. Let's see. So, you don't really have... Okay, we don't need to hire the swordsman quite yet. The giant rat is like nothing, isn't it? 1 gold to maintain a level 1 giant rat. What did you earn? You have summoning power naturally. And you have spell... I think you do. Let's see. What do you have? Oh my god, how do I see this? It's here. It's here? Wizards are able to transcribe from Grimoire to Scroll. Spells one... Oh, level... Well, who cares about that? But this is a skill summoner. Okay, so he has +4 to summoning, thanks to his passive that he earned. So we absolutely want to make him a summoner. Absolutely. And he's starting with 1 extra turn with concentration. He started with Vulnerability and Triple Blade as his starting spells as well. And he's got a Fatigue and a Magic Spark. That's acceptable. Let's send him in to gain the quest from the Magic Crystal. And that will be all he'll do. Now this means I'm probably going to want the Nature's Cloister in order to give summon spells this time around. We tried Demons last time and it was okay. But we'll go with Nature on this shard. At least to start. We'll want Nature and probably the Sanctuary. Okay, let's end the turn. We're saving up so I can give some swordsmen to my wizard. Or am I? Oh my god. Oh, that's right. It was the workshop I was looking for, not the foundry. I was like, oh my god, 180 for the workshop. No, it's not the workshop. The workshop's over here. I'm thinking Spearman for him. Spearman, recruiting station. What am I... Well, what ally am I getting? I see halflings here, and you guys know by now I really like halflings. There's enough brigands in our starting areas that we can complete that quest. We haven't really had elves as allies, though. It would be nice to get them. We also got the ratmen, who we've learned are decent allies, too. We would need to find necromancers to complete the ratmen quest, though. Are there any around? I don't remember seeing any necromancers here. Death servants are the undead knights. 1 necromancer. 2 necromancers. Which circles will have necromancers in them? Two necromancers. That's half of what we need. If we get the elves so the elven quest will have us free their elven maidens from a difficult battle. There'll be like 3 necromancers in that battle, or a bunch of necromancers and sorcerers. It's a tough fight. We could get that though. Though it's now 2 turns to get that. You know what I should have done? While I was ogling these 2, we should have spent a round to gain their quest. Now, if I want this quest, we have to come down here, which wastes turns doing that. Let's level him first. And let's end the... Let's level him first. Let's see if we can fight these goblins. Oh, be victorious against these goblins and start. Start and try to see if we can gain another level with him. The hero Lauren has reached a magic crystal through which astral energy streams out into this world. According to the ancient law of Eador, mortal heroes can receive special quests here. Choose a quest of low difficulty. A dull voice is heard from somewhere deep inside the crystal. Eliminate 8 brigands. Alright, I'll be back soon. The hero Valinar has approached a half-destroyed ancient tower. The inhabitants of the old citadel have noticed him and preparing for battle. 4 enemies. Let's attack. Probably better suited for our wizard, since he's level 0. But we're here now, so we should do this battle now. And we're going to exhaust their archer. Just take him out of the battle. Oh, wow, look at that. His morale dropped when we hit him with that spell. Okay, let's move you 2 up. Didn't kill either of you, huh? Why would you do that? Why would you do that, Goblin? I have no intention of going there, like, at all. Goblins, I really want to thank you for being so dumb. Good job, guys. +1 health. Come on. I wanted to create our magic. This is this figure. All right, so let's grab more maneuvering. +1 initiative, +1 more stamina. We want mobility +1 if we can get it. That'll help me zip around these forests a little faster. I guess we're gonna give you some morale, Slinger. Ooh, stamina or a defense. Oh, you have a stamina medal already, so it's gonna be defense for you. Stamina or shield bash. We'll give you shield bash. And you get a stamina medal. Perfect. A cuirass. Not useful for us. 105 gold, though, is very nice for that easy battle. And 8 gems? More than acceptable. Alright, Valinar, you did not gain a point of command or a point of magic. That is stupid. We're going to send you back home to fill this slot with something. And your magic slot. Alarin, you should now gain some other units. We don't need this militia guy. Well, do you really want the light infantry guard, Tim? The guards, well, there's iron, and I see wood. If I want the wood, do I need the light infantry guard? We could go with the swordsman school and crossbowmen for the guards guard, the slinger school for slingers, and the Brotherhood of Light for healing. How expensive are pikemen? 40 gold to hire, 8 gold upkeep. 45 gold to hire, 9 gold upkeep. I guess I don't have to make that decision quite yet. It's so expensive to build a Nature's Cloister. But I'm going to want this, so let's just get this over with now. Alarin can hire a single swordsman. And he doesn't quite have the army he needs yet to go to war, so he's going to be sitting here. And we'll learn a Summon Wolf spell. And a Recovery. And we are out of, basically, gems, so you can't do any battles this turn, Alarin. We just have to explore with you for 1 turn. At least 1 turn. And you know what? You can't even fill this slot with anything, Tim. You don't have any money. Alarian has returned from his trip. He did not find anything unusual, but he managed to explore 3% of the land in the province of Ritual. Alright, Valinar. So, since you're back home, we're going to give you another magic spark. This is awful. We have to actually, we don't have to repair your gear. We can just vendor that for 22 bucks. Is that enough that we can hire a unit for Alarian? We can hire one more swordsman. It should probably be Valinar, actually, that gets it. So let's do that. And Valinar can fight something. He can fight the demons, I think. Alarian, you keep exploring. While exploring the province of Ritual, Alarian found an old windmill. The hero Alarian has approached an old windmill. The abandoned fields have not been tilled for a long time, and there's no wonder, since the windmill was occupied by inhospitable hosts. 6 enemies, goblins and hunter. Alarian says this is an exciting battle, the forces are equal. I don't think he can win, so we have to retreat. The hero Valinar has approached a half-destroyed ancient tower. The inhabitants of the old citadel have noticed him and preparing for battle. 6 enemies, imps and spawns. We can win, but we might lose one of our slingers, but we're still going to fight. Let's give our slingers these hills. Have our swordsmen set up to defend. And start. 3 imps, 3 spawns. Four range defense on these guys is going to make them annoying. Oh, that's really annoying where this one moved. Okay. Let's move you up. Can we kill that imp? Probably not. No, we're not going to kill it. That sucks. We're gonna lose one of my slingers then. Okay, you can kill that imp. Can we kill the raging demon this round? No, we can't. Oh no, Tim. That was a big mistake. Yeah, you could have lost one of your slingers. You can't afford to lose one of your slingers. Why does he earn this? No, we're not giving him counterattack 4 and grant damage 1 plus 2 for 8 gold. No, come on, it's freaking stupid. Glacial Heart, Scroll, and a Traveling Cloak. Decent money, though. Decent money. Glacial Heart. Makes the target fearless and immune to poison, but deals 3 points of damage each turn. Lasts 4 turns. Ignores spell resistance. Has no effect on undead mechanical units and elementals. Could be useful as a damage spell, I suppose. How expensive is to cast? It's 5 gems to cast it. Ugh. Expensive dot. We'll just hold on to it at the moment. Recoveries are 2 points. Alright, we're going to begin swapping out some of these spells. Since we have better. Arguably better. We'll put 2 recoveries for him so he can start healing. We'll have the ability to remove an enemy's range attack, and we'll give him a magic spark. Your one slinger is heavily wounded, but I'm gonna send you out anyway, Valinar. Alarin can now get another swordsman. And he can actually begin killing things, so let's have him kill some brigands. And at home, we can build a show booth for 70 bucks. Which improves population mood. I don't care about the population mood in our domain at the moment. It's fine, but we want the gaming house. It unlocks a lot of other buildings for us. The hero Alarin approaches a fairly strong, relatively new, and well-protected tower. The inhabitants of the tower have noticed him and are preparing for battle. 5 enemies. Brigand, Thief, and Renegade. Probably 2 Brigands, 2 Renegades, and a Thief is my guess. I think Alarin can win this fight. It will be close, but 2 swordsmen should let us win. Oh god, we don't have a lot of range defense. We don't have a lot of places to hide, though, from this army of his. Look at this. Our side of the battle is basically wide open. It's wide open. I kind of want to stay down here in the corner, but I also want the cover. So we're gonna set up like this. Okay. Can we kill one of these guys? I think we can. Let's do this. And just wait another turn. Okay, this has been acceptable so far. Let's summon a wolf. Oh god! His summon range is non-existent. Well, we lost our rat. Let's go. I don't really need to cast any spells either. Not this turn. Let's end our turn. Down our rat goes. Okay. Let's use a vulnerability here. You can rest. You advance. $25 gold. Alarin has leveled. +1 magic. And I don't see anything here that I wanted. I guess we could make him a necromancer. We do have summoning power. Didn't really want to go down that path, though. I don't think we will. So do I want concentration or magic power? Let's take more concentration. Well... this affects my vulnerability. This affects my heals and my magic arrow. Let's grab magic power. Triple blade, sorry. Let's grab magic power 1. Hit point for a swordsman. Range defense for that swordsman. $68 and 2 gems. Alarin, you have no equipment except that hat that you started with. We should probably try to give you some more gear. But I think we'll start first with the gaming house, which has improved our castle's income by, looks like, $2. Not very much, but it's something. And more importantly, we're within range of the inn, which lets us build pubs. You need another unit in your army, Alarin, so let's hire another swordsman for you. We're earning a massive 3 gold per turn. Let's have you fight something. And I guess it will be some rebels. Valinars are going to come down here and get the quest from the elves, and then everyone, I think we call it a session. Unless, maybe, can we do a battle here instead? We can do several battles here instead. So let's do a battle instead. Let's fight the orcs. Oh! The hero Lauren's approached a half-destroyed ancient tower. The inhabitants of the old citadel have noticed him, preparing for battle. 12 enemies! Militiaman, slinger, brigand, bowman, thief, gang leader, and a thug. Alarin will be trampled. We have to retreat from that battle. The hero Velenar has approached a half-destroyed ancient tower. The inhabitants of the old citadel have noticed him and are preparing for battle. 3 enemies, Bugbear, Orc, and Ghost Whisperer. Let's attack. And let's start. I'm going to also use a recovery first to heal our little slinger. We can move him probably here. Let's put a tiny bit of damage on that orc, and no one else moves yet. Stop hitting my slinger, please. Stop hitting the slinger. Let's Wasp Swarm on the Bugbear to take away her ranged attack. Oof, no real damage being done to them. I can't really heal the slinger because this orc is going to hit this guy. In fact, I probably should heal him now. Doesn't one of my guys have shield bash as well? He does. Good. He's beginning to get tired. Good job, guys. Good job. +1 life for you. Another stamina medal. Let's take it. There goes all our income. A Nomad Bow. We don't have a scout game. We don't have a scout here. Okay. If we get a third hero, we got a weapon. We got a bow for him. Not the best bow, but it's better than any of the starting bows we would have. Better than the common bow. Better than the ranger's, the ranger bow? Better than the long bow, I think. Effectively. We're losing $1 a turn now. All right, so I think we stop here and we wrap up the session. So, not bad. Not bad for a start. Not bad for a start. Let's give you a spell as well. It's going to have to be something like a fatigue. Actually, we'll give you another recovery. So you can heal a little more since you're basically babysitting swordsman. All right, so let's do a quick summary of this turn. It's this episode so far. It is turn 13. We are losing $1 a turn. We're gaining 11 gems a turn, so we can effectively run this spellcaster of ours, our second hero. Valadar is already level 4.5, almost level 5 for turn 13. I think that's pretty decent for me. And Alarin is already level 1 on his way to level 2. He's got no equipment to speak of, and Valadar has barely any gear himself. We did find a decent bow, but none of my heroes can put that to good use. We have to kill slugs for the Lizardman lands, but we're totally not doing that, because I see an Elven Forest and Ratman lands around here, and we're going to want one of these two as allies. In fact, you know what? I can be convinced that either of these is a good choice. So why don't you guys tell me which of these two, or the Halflings, or maybe even the Lizardman, we should try to aim for as allies. Halflings are easy. They're brigands. In fact, we probably had a chance to get them to join us earlier on if we really wanted them. But I would like to get something different. But I'll still take them if you guys think we should. So let me know which of these races we should get as allies, if we can get one. Lizardmen, Halflings, Ratmen, or Elves. And we'll try to do that on the shard. As you can see, we've already taken most of our Ring 1 provinces. We will probably, assuming you guys don't see the Lizardmen as allies, we'll probably come over here and try to stomp out the Lizardmen with Valnar's army. Once he gains another level, assuming he gains another command, we'll come over here and try fighting these guys. Yeah, but otherwise things are going pretty well. We have we have completed one quest already. And Alarin is almost halfway done to completing a quest a second time for even more brigands. We just need 4 brigands defeated. And we know... Oh, we don't know what's in that horde, so we should probably go there and fight them next then. Okay, so that's it. I'll start babbling otherwise, and I'll be back to read the comments I got on the last session. Hey guys, let's go ahead and start reading the comments I got on part 200. You'll note immediately, by the way, assuming that you actually watched the comments, which I don't think many of you have been doing, because why would you? It's just me having the screen up and talking about the comments I got. That we're going to do something a little different here. I'm going to try this for like a video or 3 and see if you guys like it. Instead of me bringing up our shard and that campaign slot, I'm instead going to just record myself playing through a multiplayer slot that I've got to be entertaining to you guys in case you are watching. You'll get to see me do a few battles here that I've not done since I started replaying the game again. And so this will be entertaining for you guys to watch, just in case you are watching, while you listen, perhaps, to me talk about the comments. So let's go ahead and... Oh, and there'll be no discussion about what we're seeing on screen here. I am just going to be reading the comments I see over here on my web browser, rather than focus on the gameplay happening in front of us. So this is just for a backdrop. Hope you guys find it entertaining. Alright, so here we go. So, Lost Fremen says, another one bites the dust. Ladashar is back to his moldy tomb where he belongs. And now we have magical flying ponies on our side. Yes! Yes, we do. Tim, can we get some flying horses, please? I mean, who doesn't want the chance to eventually get Valkyries, right? They upgrade to Valkyries. I forget what Valkyries actually have. It's been a long time since I've actually had one in my army. But the Pegasi, yes, I will absolutely be attempting to get Pegasi in the future. It all depends upon what I'm going for alignment-wise in the Shard, because Pegasi, I think, are champions of the light, if not at least good aligned. So if we're playing an evil-aligned or more neutral-aligned group of heroes on that Shard, we will probably not take them. They also serve a very similar role to the Horsemen, but depend upon you having different resources to craft them cheaper than Horsemen. They require more gems, which is usually in high demand, but we will absolutely try to use them at least once. I myself do like the Pegasi, so I'm glad we have them. The fact they have flying means that I don't feel compelled to take them with a, say a scout. Or rather, I don't feel compelled to take a scout or take terrain knowledge, because they can already go over all types of terrain to reach the enemies. And they're a little faster at doing so as well. Although their armor, if I recall correctly, is not as good when it comes to evading range attacks. But otherwise, yeah, they're very nice. Even better, I would like to vote for an alliance with the elves, so that we can have the most sparkly army ever. Then you'll have this title at the Shard's End. The best of the blessedly best. Everyone has a poster of him in their house. Oh, that'd be amazing to end a Shard with that type of title. It all depends upon how many gems we have on a Shard. We're going to get the opportunity to make that decision in the next video, actually, because we're going to see several types of different races around us, and I have yet to commit to taking one of them. This was a fun Shard, and that ogre battle was looking pretty bad for a while there. Yeah, Dennis pointed out I made a giant mistake during that battle, not having my, what are they called now? I forget what it is. Duelist, there he is. I forgot to have a duelist attack. That's such a huge mess up, too. Wow, I'm glad we still won despite that mistake. But yeah, we did win. I'm very surprised we did as well as we did against those ogres. But you did it somehow, and it was amazing. You should try taking on a single dragon in this Shard if we get high enough level heroes and good defensive spells by the end. Well, unfortunately, as you saw, we did win. We did win, so there's no dragons for that shard. In the future, though, we will definitely attempt a dragon again. Dragons are very dangerous. They're fast. You can't cast spells at them. They're immune to magic. Which I think also they have good magic resistance as well for range attacks. They have good attack and counterattack damage, and they're very nasty. Generally, it's quite funny. I poo-poo archers and their double attack all the time because I don't want to spend the stamina to do that. But in truth, archers are perhaps one of the best units I've discovered to deal with dragons so early on. To deal with dragons. Double shot with like a crossbow. You can take like 30 damage on a dragon or more. And that's a good like 1/4 of its life. So you can get the dragons dead quite easily with them. Duelists are also pretty good. Any unit with agile can strike a dragon and not have to worry about it attacking them back if it's a low-level dragon. But yeah, we beat the shard. We're not going to fight dragons with this shard any longer. What else do we have? Episode 200, and we're a third of the way there, which is wacky. They should give you a pension for finishing this game. They really should. They really should. It is a long game, but I'm not complaining about that. I really, really enjoy this game. I love the turn-based tactical combat in this one. Then it's Mayak. It says 32-41. That ritual has an Arcanite requirement. It had gold cost only because you paid the price of an Arcanite for it. If not, it would only cost 20 gems and would be very profitable. Oh, yeah. So I always forget when it comes to casting rituals that they could, or even spells, I think sometimes, right? Do spells have a requirement when you cast them in combat? I don't think so. I think it's only scrolls. Because I've only noticed a gem and a fatigue cost when you cast a spell in combat. But yes, rituals can have a resource requirement, and we didn't find any Arcanite on that shard, which is why it was so expensive. I think I had been talking about that the gem cost, it wasn't made up for by casting of that spell. But again, that is a great thing to point out that Dennis did, which is that's only because we didn't have Arcanite. If we had Arcanite, it would have been worth it. Absolutely. He then points out strange how little difference it did when you casted it later on the Falling Star Swamp. Is the game music sound a little loud? I'm gonna lower the music for the game. I guess Dennis points out that he guesses there are a lot of hidden income reducing locations in it. There was definitely for the reedy swamps. We kept finding brigands hideouts in there. There probably was at least one Falling Stars whirlpool. I should have like destroyed an income building and then built another one to see if it gave us the full amount. That would have been helpful, or at least it would have assisted in us figuring out exactly why we weren't getting what I felt we should have been after casting the, what was that? It was auction, or was it the trade fair spell? Dennis then says, can't believe you tanked through that ogre battle, especially after you forgot to attack with duelists at 1 hour 36:46. But you did manage to kill all ogres. Nice. Yeah, I'm surprised too. I think clever use of spells helped out, but I made several mistakes in that battle. Again, we should have vulnerabilitied one of the ogres and then put it to sleep. That would have been much more efficient. It would have kept it... sorry, no. We should have vulnerabilitied an ogre and then... Oh, the web wouldn't have worked. No, I should have slept the ogre and then webbed it. That's what I should have done. As that would have reduced its attack strength to 0, which means the web would have lasted 3 turns. So we should have done that. I didn't do that. That would have been really helpful to at least eliminate an ogre for several more rounds. Dennis then points out that you didn't get the strategist medal for this shard because you had reversions. I'm pretty sure that losing guard battles doesn't count. Okay, so, yeah, my bad, everyone. And I believe Dennis is correct. Because I have not gotten the strategist medal a few times, but I have been successful at the guard battles as well. So I'll have to try to limit the amount of reversions we have. I think this is probably why I was also so angry when we get those crashes that causes the reversions, because it removes from us, not only does it cost us 20 points, it costs us more points, because I have not been losing very many of these battles. And there's 2 medals we can get, right? There's Strategist, which is, we didn't lose a single battle, we didn't have a single reversion, basically. And there's another one we can get, a Tactician, I think, which is, unless I'm getting the 2 mixed up, which is, we didn't lose a single unit in any battle that we did. Which is, it's really difficult to get that one. I'm not the best at doing that, but I think I've gotten it once on a shard. And generally, the smaller the shard size, the more likely it is that I will be getting that medal. So thank you, Dennis, for those corrections. Froscador says, episode 200. What a ride it's been. I'm happy I pestered you to continue. Yeah, so am I, Froscador. Thank you very much. Others had as well. I think like Decent13 had asked that I pick up this game again, and some other folks had too. But I kept seeing the hyper level glitch in other YouTubers' videos when they were on this patch. So the fact we didn't see it so far has been really nice. It's been a lot of fun to play this game again. Thank you, Froscador. It's been great. I really wanted an excuse to play this game again. As I mentioned when I started playing the game again, I've been checking the Eador Genesis Russian forums for New Horizons every week, like at least once every 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure every week, just to check to see if they had addressed the problem, and they hadn't up until this recent patch when Jazz mentioned that he thinks he found and fixed it. And sure enough, we haven't seen it, so that's very promising. Bruto says, hell yeah, brother. President's Day of US of A. Hurrah! Eagle screeched out in the background. I've recently also started working out, have been doing a lot of cardio. 6 miles is very good for old man Tim, if I say so myself. I'm not that old. But you could swear I am with all the health problems I've got. Man, so there's a trail down near me, which is about 12 miles if I do the entire thing. But I tend to short it out by doing 10 miles of it. And I used to do that no problem. Like 4 years ago, I remember walking with my friend Chris, and Chris couldn't finish it. I had to leave him at a bench. And that was at like the 8.5 mile mark. And then I ran back to get my car so I could drive back and pick him up. And I was so in shape even 4 years ago. And even last year, I was up hiking at parks in the middle section of New Jersey, or northern Jersey, which are more mountainous. There's a lot of Z-axis, is what I call at those parks. You get to go up and down, lots of rocks and boulder scrabbling, and it's great. I love that stuff. And it's like an 8-mile hike, 7-mile hike up there, and it's more strenuous. What the heck? The park I went to was 6 miles, it's all flat. And good God, my muscles just ache so much in my legs. I am so out of shape. I gotta get out more often. As for your President's Day, Eagle Screech, that reminds me of, what was it? Costume Quest. When you wear the Statue of Liberty outfit. You get something very similar to that. America, yeah! It's an amazing game. Back to Bruno continues with, I think it's one of your buildings in your domain that lets you see what resources are in those provinces. Yep, there's different ones actually, like the Swamp Trappers Guild, I think is what it's called, or Swamp Explorers Guild. Lets you build berry farms in swamps, and lets you see any province that has a yet to be discovered resource. And I think in New Horizons, you can actually see what resource that is displayed in the province information. I'm not quite sure if that was the case in normal Eador Genesis. Odorkable says, well played, victory. Kinda sucks to see this shard go, because those heroes were strong. Now we go back to a level 1 hero again. Of course, that's half the fun of this game. Yep. It's, oh, I can't tell you how it's not disappointing is the wrong word. It's always with deep, not regret either. I don't know a way to describe it. It's sad to say goodbye to a shard where we were doing so well in it. Because it's fun to finally get a chance to take on encounters that I normally do not do. In fact, one of the reasons you see me doing this, I hear Harpies, so I'm assuming this is a battle versus the Manticores. Let me check. Yep. So here's an example of a battle which I've never done before. And I'm like, holy crap, like, I want to see what this battle's like on this shard, and I think I'm strong enough to do it. And it's gonna be really close. This battle. And it's one of the reasons why I like playing the multiplayer games against myself, because I don't feel pressured to win, because the AI isn't present, so I can take my time. And it gives me an excuse to see what these battles are like, and remember what the enemies are capable of doing. Manticores don't have hit and run. They have 5 flying, though. And they also, poison for 4 damage a round for, it looks like, 4 rounds. So they're really nasty. Thankfully, they don't have Vigilance, so we can at least... Yep, not worry about taking so many counterattacks from them. Yeah, so anyway, yes, Dorkable. So I do, it's always with a sense of sadness that I say goodbye to shards where I was doing really, really well in them. Because I lose opportunity to get more treasure, to take on stronger battles and see how well I do. And it's always a great feeling when you beat a battle like this, and then you get treasure from it, or take a province that was really difficult for you to handle earlier on. On that same note, though, yeah, you're right. Part of the fun of this game is indeed starting all over again. With a whole new, with different heroes on a new shard, and even the early battles can be a lot of fun playing, and seeing if you're strong enough to win them. So yeah, it's great. Absolutely love this game. And the fact that I don't even know if we're halfway done with it. I don't think we are. We might be a third of the way done with it. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Maybe we'll be the one YouTuber to finish the New Horizons campaign on screen. We will see. We will see. Well, then continues with, I also think I'd like to make a request to change which unit you name after me going forward. You've got warriors, archers, monsters, mages, and mounted units named after viewers now, but nobody seems to have requested a healer. So I should request to be a healer of some sort, since you always seem to have some sort of healing unit. Plus, that actually honors my original request, because Dark Priestesses is one of the best healers. A healer that can kill people with magic. Alright, Dorkable. Yeah, we'll have you then be a healer. I, of course, myself could be a healer, so you don't feel compelled to be it. But I like the exchange Dorkable and I had, so I come back to the Dorkable and mention that we'll make you a healer. My healers tend to die very, very quickly early on, and later on too. I have a hard time keeping my healers alive. The AI really guns for your healers. They want them dead. If it can at all reach and kill them, it will absolutely do so. And I've mentioned that I've never gotten a monk past level 6 because they always tend to die. Are you sure you want to be a healer? Like, I'm not confident you'll live to the end of the game at all. And Dorkable counters with, death is simply the start of a new adventure. Besides, I thought you were a tactical genius now. And that's a great comeback with Dorkable, as I responded back to that comment. Point made and scored. I need to be better at my tactical comments. Let's consider it done again, Dorkable. We will make you a healer. Now, on that note, Dorkable, if you're not going to be, like, if I don't feel like we can get a Dark Priestess, and I don't take healers but shamans, would a shaman be acceptable to you? So let me know in the comments if that will work for you. Because as you've seen with this character in my multiplayer game, Rudolus here is using a single shaman to help heal the damage that is ongoing for Rudulus's army in between battles. Shamans have, I believe, that passive, which is why I took them for him, since I wanted Baron Talus here to wield evil armies in his forces. Oodaloopsy says, been here for 200 and will be here for 200 more. Superb. Ah, thank you, Oodaloopsy, very much. Thank you, thank you. And that's the last comment I got on that video, everyone. Okay, so it's a bit interesting. So, really quick, for what we're seeing in the background, I've recorded an hour's worth of gameplay with this multiplayer game. And so I'm going to stop this here, and we'll come back and use this to read additional comments on in the future. And a heads up, in case you're curious about if you're watching this, the plan for this multiplayer game was that every Astral Master that I'm playing tries to form different types of armies. One is good, that's Lotaeri. One is more neutral, that's Tira. And one is evil, that is Baron Talus here. The rules for it as well is that none of the heroes can be mimicked by another Astral Master. So if we have a chieftain, as we see here with Rudolus as his warrior, then the warriors with the other Astral Masters cannot be a chieftain. They've got to be a different type of hero combo. Scout, like for example, a Dark Knight will work for someone else, but Lotaeri can't have a chieftain in his army. And finally, no one can have the same ally either. So Baron Talus has got the Ratmen as allies. That means that Tira, although the Ratmen would be really helpful for her, she didn't get them before Baron Talus did. So she can't take them as allies either. So in any case, that's the rules for this, because we're going to be using this as the backdrop for comment reading from now on. I'm going to make the attempt to do that. Alright, and that's it. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Don't forget to vote on the alliance. Let me know in the comments what faction we should ally with, and we will make that the priority. And also let me know if you think I should grab multiple quests, and because if the opportunity presents itself to complete one before the other, we may end up in the end doing that, depending upon how difficult the provisional guards become. Alright, so that's it. So thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next one, I hope, everyone. Take care.